What did you get for
Hello
Spanish?
and welcome to the Elise Show with your host Elise Simon and special guest star the Utnapishtim Gotama Buddha.
Hello. Today we will be taking a trip back in time several hundred years. We will be exploring the two different worlds of Siddhartha and Gilgamesh. Please welcome their guides Utnapishtim and Gotama Buddha.
Greetings, I am the Gotama Buddha.
How are you, everyone? So, we are here to discuss your roles in guiding your hero. What techniques did you two use that were similar?
Well, obviously, we try to steer our hero on the right path, showing them a way that wasn't obvious to him, that was masked in the haze of lies and deception. We try to help them achieve all they could in the most efficient way possible. For example, I exposed Siddhartha to new ideas when I taught him about my knowledge for achieving nirvana, even though he believed that words distorted meaning.
I steered Gilgamesh in that I advised him against mortality because I received that, but it's not as good as it seems. Because everyone you'll ever love will die, and it gets depressing. However, he was relentless, and I felt like I couldn't do anything else to help him, so I told him about the plant that grants eternal youth.
Fascinating. In stories told all over the world, there have been similar ideas and themes we call archetypes, especially those found in monomyths, which was popularized by Joseph Campbell's book, The Hero with a Thousand Faces. Some would say that both of your roles in your hero's journey can be best categorized as benevolent guides.
What is a benevolent guide in your words?
A benevolent guide is an older person who intervenes in a positive way to assist the hero on his journey.
From that description, I do see us falling in that category. I intervened in Gilgamesh's quest and tried to persuade him not to chase immortality, even if it meant saving his friend from death so they could reunite again. I did this by telling him my story, and I was given the gift of mortality, but I realized that it isn't the best thing to have because everyone you'll love and grow attached to you die, and generations will pass, and you can be left behind. I like to think of it as being a boulder in the river of life, stuck in the riverbed, unmoving while everyone else is swept ahead. Mortality is meant for the gods alone.
But eventually you told him about the plant that grants eternal youth. Is that correct?
Yes, I told him about the plan because he was adamant about getting immortality to carry back to his friend, despite my misgiving.
What did you do in order to try to teach Gilgamesh that immortality wasn't as wonderful as he thought?
I tried to teach him that I wasn't happy being immortal in different ways. I baked loaves of bread, which signifies time passing, and placed it on him, but he still slept, and eventually I had to wake him up. Even though I made that point, he was still stubborn. I told him about the story of the flood, how I became immortal, and how I wish I didn't build the ark and live.
But do you feel he learned his lesson?
Yeah, he did. When the plant was eaten by a serpent, that really drove it home for him that immortality was meant only for the gods and he should enjoy life. I hear that when he returned home to Uruk, he is focused on being a good king. And if he does well, he'll be immortal in a different way. He'll be memorialized in his people's history.
How about you, Gotama Buddha? How did you intervene in Siddhartha's quest for enlightenment?
When he came to me after being with the Samanas, I told him what I learned after achieving nirvana. However, he found fault in my teachings, a small gap between the worlds of mortal and immortal that my words couldn't explain, because he would say, words distort meaning. He left, but he realized that only he could help him achieve enlightenment. Additionally, his friend, Jovinda, stayed with me, but I gave Siddhartha the gift of himself.
Did you hear anything about him after he left you and your followers?
Why, yes, I heard he finally reached nirvana, and I was reunited with his beloved friend Jovinda. Additionally, he is attempting to teach what he learned, and I wish him all the best. I am glad his thirst has finally been parched.
Do you feel that you have helped your hero in succeeding?
Yes, I did.
I feel the same way.
Well, thank you for your time and for the inside scoop. That's all the time we have today. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow on our segment about erasers, harmless school supplies, or weapons of mass destruction.